Hello everyone. I can take my coat off because it's warm here in the UK. I just thought I'd make a quick update or a video really because I said I was going to make videos on my YouTube channel. I was speaking to a friend of mine. He does his own little trucking company. We were just discussing all of the things that we're learning personally through running our own business. And some of the speed bumps we all come across. Those are people who are looking at opening and running their own business don't necessarily think of. And I can honestly say, hand on heart, some of the stuff I never really thought of. I thought, you saved up, you bought the equipment, you got the insurance, you went straight out, started making money. When the truth is, you save up, you buy the equipment, you get your insurances, and then you end up spending the rest of your free time hunting for leads and customers. I mean, this is the startup of that many people feel in a business, and it's the willingness to keep pushing when it gets tough, because it does get tough, especially mentally. It gets mentally tough. You've got to think of it this way: if you're sat there and you've spent £6,000 into a business, and you've got one customer, and that's it. You're going to start thinking, I'm never going to make it. What was the point? I've wasted £6,000, etc., etc. But the truth is, these are natural things that happen. You'll have to excuse me for my camera angles because I've not got a tripod yet, and I'm going to get it. And you're also going to have to excuse me because I'm sat down in a bit of a cramped spot with all my kit and equipment around me, trying to just make this video because I've got to hoist stuff in a wash and continue on. So, the truth is, you're going to hit speed bumps all the time. And these speed bumps are going to vary. You're going to have bad days. And when people say you're going to have bad days, they really do mean you're going to have bad days. They don't mean like when you work in a normal job and you have a bit of a shit time. We're talking about customers cancelling on you. We're talking about people kicking off over prices. We're talking about those claiming that they've had a bad experience with you. We're talking about the £2,000 machine that you've just bought for carpet cleaning. Your £2,000 carpet cleaner machine. You've just went into a customer's house, you've started doing the carpet, and it just goes doof, gone, broke. Not only is the customer not going to pay you because you've done half the job, but you're also going to be sat there thinking, how do I now fix this problem with my broken carpet machine when I've got 15 more customers in the next 2 weeks that want living rooms, staircases, mattresses, sofas, anything cleaned. And these are the things that actually start to play a mental toll on you, because it's not like you can just click your fingers and everything's great. You've got to go through a lot of waiting. You've got to try and then adapt to the change and try and figure out how you're going to explain to your customers about the situation without them saying, oh well, screw this, I'm going to go over with someone else because they've got a machine that works perfectly fine. These are the small things that end up happening in kind of these, as a small business, that you learn really quick about. You learn quick about your equipment care. You learn quick about how to deal with arrogant and ignorant customers. You learn about how to try not let yourself get too soft and let people rip you off or walk all over you. I've had a customer, I've had two to be fair. I've had one where I've done a job and they've refused to pay. This was window cleaning. And I said, you got the invoice, you're going to have to pay. And they've decided that they don't want to pay anymore, even though I've done a job. But the moment I turned around, I said, look, I'm not doing it on a fiddle. I'm making myself registered. I'm making sure I've got the insurance, public liability insurance. It also includes court case insurance. And I put on my invoice that obviously if you don't pay within 30 days, you then end up in debt with me. If you end up in debt with me, I'll give you a fair 2 weeks to pay back the money that you haven't paid in 30 days. The reason I put 30 days on, for example, is because not everyone has the money straight away. People get paid weekly, fortnightly, monthly. People on Leon, people just can't commit to paying it straight away, but they do want it done and they're happy to pay. And it's just to kind of make a little bit more freedom of payment. It's not to rush anyone in the quickly, get the money, give it here. It allows people to have a little bit of freedom on when they can pay. Now, what this also means, though, is there is people out there who really appreciate you doing this, but there's also people out here that think, well, I'm going to make a mug of them, and I'm just not going to pay them 30 days. And then I'm just not going to pay after the 30 days. And it doesn't matter how many invoices to send out, I'm just going to refuse to pay. So what I do, for example, in this situation, these are one of the small speed bumps, because you've done a job and you expect to get paid because you've got bills to pay as well. You've got food to put on the table. You have kit and equipment to look after. You have fuel to put in your car. And without your vehicle or whatever it is you're using to travel to get you about, you can't get to jobs to make profit. So you are pretty much stuck, standstill in one area. So I like to put down, you're in debt with me, here's the next payment date that you need to pay, otherwise a £40 compensation sort of fee for me stressing trying to get all this stuff sorted out gets added on, along with a court case fee subject to prices. So if I go to court and I go to send them and the court says it's going to be £1,000 to set up, I then put that £1,000 on their charge. Look, if they're not paying me in 30 days and they're just going to try and fob me off, then at the end of the day, you might as well be a dick to them. You know, you don't want to be a dick, but if they're going to be a dick to you and they're not going to pay you, so you can't put the fuel in your car, you can't get the other jobs, you can't buy the next cleaning detergent, you can't, pay your next rent, your next Netflix bill, or whatever it is, because they've refused to, because I think people do everything in the world for free, then you deserve everything that comes at you, because you're a dick that wants to, well, mess over everyone else. Pardon my French. And also pardon the clip of me right now, because in England it's extremely hot and the pollen is extremely high, and unfortunately my body doesn't like grass or pollen of any sorts, so I'm constantly suffering. Good. If you have pollen, well, not pollen, if you have hay fever, let me know in the comments. But yeah, it's stuff like that you've kind of got to realise that you've got to make this sort of level to get over the speed bump, because if you don't, then people will just walk all over you. I had another customer, which I did the job for them. It was £40, and then they didn't like the fact I charged £40 for it, even though we both agreed on £40 at the start. And I went up and I did the whole entire job, and I even asked them if they were happy with it, and they said yes. The moment I got the money and I walked off, I had messages left, right and centre. I'm not happy, don't come back, don't do this, don't do that. And then I try being nice to them, and you just get basically a bunch of lip back. So sometimes it's kind of not worth it, and you do lose jobs over it, because then these types of people have nothing better to do but to post bad things about you on the internet. But it is what it is. These are the things that, like, you don't really think of. You think, I'm going to get me savings, I'm going to get me equipment, and I'm going to go out there and start getting customers and profit. You are working around the clock when you start, because you need to get customers. 6 o'clock in the afternoon, when everyone's home, is when you're targeting areas, knocking on doors. The weekend, where you want to be chilling out, having a drink in the nice sun, is when you're walking around knocking on doors. You're walking around daytime sometimes in areas, just posting leaflets and flyers. You're then, advertising yourself on Facebook, or you're trying to upload videos like I am here on stuff like TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, to kind of boast your following. Because at the end of the day, no one knows you exist until you go out and you let them know you exist. You're just somebody that nobody knows. Like, you're literally next door neighbours wouldn't even know that you clean cars, and they're going down to a garage, putting it through a garage washer, like the drive-through washers. Like, they might not even know that you do valets. But yet, if you let them know, they might turn around and go, oh, instead of going there, I'll do it for you because you do it £5 cheaper because we're neighbours and blah, blah, blah. Anyways, I'm going to cut it there, but I am going to start making a good couple of videos with question-related topics, such as what does it take to start up a business, as we were discussing as I was discussing with my friend yesterday. And also, this was just a bit of a rant to do with the small humps in the road that you've got to get over. obviously I'm interested in knowing what you do as well. So if you've got a small business and you've got any issues with any customers, or you've hit any bumps in the road that you weren't expecting, please leave the comment, because everyone else will learn from it and they can get ready to, well, they can prepare themselves, because it doesn't matter if you say, if I read it, it's not going to happen, because it is going to happen. You've just got to already have someone telling you about it and warn you about it, so you can go, all right, and when it does happen, you go, this is that customer, yeah, I'm dealing with this now. I didn't think it would probably happen, but it has, and I'm glad I watched that video and I read that comment, and now I know exactly what to do. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching anyways, ladies and gents. I do appreciate it. Obviously, everyone does the YouTube thing. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, blah blah blah. Do it, don't do it, it doesn't bother me. I just enjoy doing this because, well, right now I'm on a break, putting stuff in the wash, and then I'm off to do a garden. So yeah, nice one. See you in a bit.